And now, WWE presents Hell in a Cell.
Hello everyone and welcome to WWE 12 Universe. You are watching the 2010 and first ever Hell in a Cell. My name's Jitch and we're starting things off with a European Championship match.
Introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, Orton.
Randy Orton comes into Hell in a Cell to be the first man to ever compete for the European Championship tonight. He is going to go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, who introduced the championship just 2 weeks ago. Well, just a little under 2 weeks ago. The Monday Night Raw after... Ain't it great when you immediately start drawing a blank? The Monday Night Raw after the historic event that was Night of Champions. I don't know why I struggle to remember the name Night of Champions so much there. But Randy Orton will be the first guy to do what I think all of Raw's superstars want to achieve, which is to take the championship gold away from the United Kingdom, who have completely dominated Monday nights. The only thing that they didn't manage to pull off in the end was taking the general manager spot on Raw and really being able to run rampant of things, as Mick Foley, ECW superstar, is actually in charge of Raw and has sanctioned this as a standard one-on-one match. He's still permitted this. This was originally something in McMahon's works, but he has permitted it, Randy Orton, to be the first contender for the European Championship. Initially, we're supposed to be competing against either Brock Lesnar or Ted DiBiase for the United States Championship, but this man played a very, very sneaky but smart game at Night of Champions to get himself into the US Championship hunt and come out with what he would then retire, the United States Championship. What an entryway. Can't wait until these all get rid of and we get the same damn thing on every show.
2008 King of the Ring,
Got a little insurance policy there by his side. William Regal just seems to have decided that he's got some business in this match. I'm not really sure if I agree with that. Regal is not scheduled to compete tonight, but he has found his way into this situation. We've been told that there is going to be one more match thrown onto Hell in a Cell tonight, an impromptu 7th match, something that you don't see too often here. Just random extra matches being thrown on, but the Light Heavyweight Championship will be defended tonight at Hell in a Cell, which is of course Light Heavyweight Champion R-Truth making his first title defense as he goes up against the number 1 contender Justin Gabriel, who got a very sneaky win this Friday on SmackDown against Kofi Kingston with a little help from Brie Bella. So that brings you to that match, which we'll be seeing later on tonight. A bonus match, I know, incredible, isn't it? So wonderful, as this show just continues to be completely and utterly dominated by SmackDown, which I think now has, what, 4 matches on this show? Let's just hope that William Regal is able to stick around for this match and we don't get a repeat of Night of Champions. Drew McIntyre might have bitten off more than he could chew here. I mean, the guy was undefeated for quite a long time, but to be having to defend the European Championship for the first time against someone the likes of Randy Orton is not going to be an easy task. But a lot of people say, Sheamus says he has no issue with it, but a lot of people say Drew McIntyre is the standout star of the United Kingdom. Of course, he is the only one to have had an undefeated streak, so you know, with that comes a lot of integrity. Last ever United States Champion, first ever European Champion, longest reigning World Tag Team Champion. Drew McIntyre has done a lot in the little time that he has been on Raw, coming up to a year now since a lot of these superstars made their debut, because that's how careers work. Oh, don't you just hate those people that are too busy with their video games and social medias? William Regal making a perfect distraction there. Very nice. Interested to see what we got coming up tonight here on Hell in a Cell. Very nice slam. As we got the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line next. going to be seeing the unlikely team of Christian and Tyson Kidd, unofficially dubbed Team Canada, going to be going up against the tag team champions, the WWE tag team champions, D-Generation X. That is an underdog situation if I've ever seen one. Plenty more action from SmackDown though after that. The light heavyweight championship on the line. Justin Gabriel and R-Truth competing in a one-on-one match for the light heavyweight championship. Then we got the sorry, excuse me, just had to clear my throat there. Then we got the triple threat Intercontinental Championship match, which is going to feature the Crew's very own Booker T defending his Intercontinental Championship that he only just won 2 days ago. Probably one of the quickest forced defenses of all time, up against the number one contender John Morrison and the former champion Rey Mysterio. So that's, you know, odds aren't really in the favor of the Intercontinental Champion Booker T in his first title defense. It'd be a real heartbreak for him to lose that title, considering the impact he's made in the short period of time that he's been here. McIntyre just kind of stood by and let that happen there, really. Another change that's been kind of last second, but a lot's being established with ECW, is that tonight's ECW Championship match has been changed. Initially, it was supposed to be an Extreme Rules match. However, Vince McMahon has put a little extra money into his brand tonight and has managed to bargain up a third Hell in a Cell match for the show. So we're going to be seeing the ECW Championship, Big Show and Vader competing inside Hell in a Cell. That is going to be the very definition of the word carnage for sure. There we go. This has got to be it. Drew McIntyre. I was going to say, actually, what am I saying? This has got to be it. Drew McIntyre, he's looked good against Randy Orton, and I think he's got a lot of Regal's assistance to thank for that. But I'd say that a quick boot off the ropes ain't going to be enough to get Randy Orton down and out. And then, of course, coming up later on tonight, we've got the World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat Hell in a Cell match. We've got back-to-back 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Don't that cell be going anywhere, as it's going to be Sheamus defending his World Heavyweight Championship up against Raw's own top contender Batista, and a bonus edition of SmackDown's contender, the Undertaker, who has set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship for no further reason than to get revenge against Stone Cold at bragging rights. Undertaker making a bold prediction that Stone Cold is coming out against John Cena tonight with the championship. And speaking of that match, of course, Stone Cold and John Cena inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship, as William Regal is really pushing his limits. I think the referee might have just had enough. No? No, he didn't, somehow.
Big shot by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, so full of confidence.
Regal is not holding anything, but look at this. Okay. Randy getting his hands on Regal. I can't really say I blame him. He's being a little bit intrusive in this match. Drew McIntyre trying to play the count. I mean, the thing is, if Drew McIntyre gets himself counted out, he is still the European champion. That doesn't quite resolve his little Randy Orton-sized problem, but he is still the European champion. William Regal, the motivational speech there, and okay, never mind. Make sure to put that in the highlight reel.
Orton is so cunning, so vicious. When he counters, he knows exactly how to follow them up with.
Let's float over DDT. Randy Orton still managing to find himself in this European Championship match.
Again, the championship title at stake in this contest.
He knocks McIntyre outside the ring. I don't really know what the goal is here for Randy Orton right now. 2-on-1 is not a situation that I think Randy Orton has had to deal with too much in his career, being in the former leader of the Legacy. He was more... Oh. I'm going to say that wasn't deliberate. No? Okay. All you want to do is a run and grapple, and they won't let you. Drew McIntyre. I think he's oh, looks like he's trying to get the count-out victory over Randy Orton, or maybe not. That was out of nowhere. Oh, Randy. Oh, what a series. Is that going to be enough? Somehow it was. I mean, to be fair, that was quite the sequence. Future shock. Randy Orton managing to kip right up from that, but Drew McIntyre with an immediate big boot. to get the retention of the European Championship to start off Night of Champions. Hell in a Cell, of course, not Night of Champions. And I gotta say, what a way to start things off. Drew McIntyre really showing everybody that, once again, he is quite an unstoppable force, that he can overcome odds that are thrown up against him. And this was a victory well-deserved, believe it or not. I think he may have played Orton for a fool. He may have cheated a little bit here and there. A lot of outside interference from William Regal, playing to the fact that Randy Orton was on the outside of the ring the moment he got in, catching him with the Future Shock, but it's all legal, except for the Regal stuff. And Drew McIntyre coming out, still the European champions. We move on to the WWE Tag Team Championship match from SmackDown. Let's get our SmackDown commentators, which is also just me, for this one. We are back here at Hell in a Cell as we await this Tag Team Championship match.
Contest is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And introducing the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 199 pounds, Tyson Kidd.
And a very weird pause between Calgary and the rest of that. Tyson Kidd coming out first here tonight. Him and Christian. Been a pretty good team so far. I mean, admittedly, they're 1-1 in the win-loss column, but they got the win where it mattered the most, I think, as they won a contenders match against John Cena and R-Truth to be here tonight. Christian coming on out tonight for this WWE Tag Team Championship match. The man who dubbed this team Team Canada, Tyson Kidd, not really on board with it. I mean, they are both Canadians, so it's not wrong, but he doesn't really seem to be feeling it too much. However, he hasn't really had a lot of complaints when it comes to working with Christian. Tyson Kidd was initially put into a contenders match for the Tag Team Championship against R-Truth and John Cena, where he had to find his own partner. Christian kind of signed himself up to it, and that brings us to today, as they managed to beat John Cena and R-Truth. Beating the Crew is no easy feat. But it was interesting what happened 2 days ago on SmackDown. Christian was insistent that he would not team up with the WWE Champion Stone Cold Steve Austin, that he wanted to beat Stone Cold more than anything else. He had a lesson to teach Stone Cold, something to prove. And that ego, that little issue of Christian's, that cost him in the long run, as they lost that six-man tag team match with Stone Cold pinning Christian, no less. So hopefully Christian's at 100% tonight. Hopefully he's in the right mind frame after suffering another loss to Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't really know what's going on with that situation, but nonetheless, we try to focus on what we got right now. The Generation X, the Tag Team Champions, currently tied for the longest Tag Team Championship reign, I believe. Let me quickly double fact check. Just a couple of degenerates. Triple H and Shawn Michaels have been on the top of their game since winning these Tag Team Championships. It's been wonderful to see. But they come in tonight. I believe they're the longest reigning, tied. I don't think they are the longest reigning, my bad. Come in today 72 days into their reign. That's right, they are tied with the Altitude Alliance, Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston, who are also 72 days. We've not really had the longest runs of Tag Team Champions here on SmackDown. And admittedly, if you want to go for the longest reign, it's actually just The Miz on his own. He's got a combined total of 119, but I believe his first reign alone was a majority of that. Yeah, The Miz is 105 days by himself, which is not exactly something you'd normally see in the tag team records. Normally it's all team-based, obviously, but The Miz obviously switching partners halfway through his reign. He actually holds this record as well as the longest Intercontinental Championship reign, but that's just a useless little fact for you. However, when it comes to tag teams, yes, D-Generation X, they now tie the record for longest reigning tag team championship reign.
That's the prize they're going after right there.
Tyson Kidd and Christian looking super ready, and they've got that matching team gear. It is looking super sweet. I'm all about this combination.
So it'll be Tyson
Starting things off with Tyson Kidd and Shawn Michaels, quite a dream match in a lot of people's eyes. You know, as long as Tyson Kidd's given a fair opportunity, if you know what I'm saying. This is going to be an interesting match. If there's one thing that I think's always delivered when it comes to these pay-per-views, it's whenever SmackDown puts the tag team championships on the line. That brand does it better than anyone when it comes to tag team matches. And let's never forget R-Truth and Mark Henry challenging Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne, the Altitude Alliance, back up, I believe, Over the Limit 2010 earlier this year. A really, really good tag team championship match. Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, really showing what they were made of, overcoming someone like Mark Henry. The tag team championships have seen some underdog victories in the past, so let's not count Christian and Tyson Kidd out just yet, just because they're in the ring with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It's all about the upsets in the end. You've got to think about what a victory over a former WWE champion like Shawn Michaels would do for the career of Tyson Kidd, who's really broken out this year since winning the Cruiserweight Championship, now Light Heavyweight Championship. Christian actually, I think, affected Tyson Kidd a little bit there as he was going for the pin. I mean, admittedly, I don't think that would have been 3 anyway, but the problem with Christian is he's just got to not run his mouth too much. Let's not forget about that one time he got himself chokeslammed through the center of the ring by The Undertaker for running his mouth off too much. Got a little bit too protective as the WWE Champion, and I think that's what really cut his reign short. Hopefully Christian's learned from that. Hopefully if he's able to become tag team champions tonight, him and Tyson Kidd, they can be on the same page. Tyson Kidd can maybe bring him down a level, make him think more sensibly. A lot of people get a bit carried away when they receive gold. Into the corner. Tyson Kidd got Christian. Oh, nicely cornered there. Kick to the midsection. Triple H, we're not even going to talk about what happened to his arm there. In comes the big man. Got to be real careful now. Kidd, I think, might have been a little overconfident tagging Christian in. I can't imagine he's in the best status. He took quite a beating from Stone Cold on Friday. Honestly, I think letting Michaels get tagged in might have been a little better of an idea there for Christian, but he tried to fight back. A little too spunky sometimes, Christian is. Going up against the first ever WWE Tag Team Champion, Triple H. Sorry, the first ever WWE Champion, not WWE Tag Team Champion. I kind of got the match mixed up with his actual, first ever accolade. Almost a year ago, we're here in the beginning of October, Survivor Series, towards the end of November 2009, that this business was founded. I don't know how either Tyson Kidd nor Christian really plan on overcoming Triple H. It's a really, really rough disadvantage thrown their way to have to fight someone that size, that strength.
There's the tag.
Tag made, and in comes Triple H and off the ropes. Oh! That'll bring him down a level or two. Tyson Kidd now going to show us a little bit what he's made of. Oh, very nice. There you go. See, that's how you bring down Triple H. You throw something at him that he's not used to when dealing with those heavyweights. And that's one for the highlight reel as well, right there.
Oh no!
Tyson Kidd was really rolling. I think he just kind of overestimated his abilities with that drop kick. So to come up next after this, we got that impromptu bonus match, that light heavyweight championship defense tonight for R-Truth, going up against Justin Gabriel, who was just named contender this Friday on SmackDown. Very interested to see how Truth meshes in the ring with Justin Gabriel. I think that's a first time here. I think they can have a really good match.
Tyson Kidd has traveled the world perfecting his craft. That hand had a lot of force behind it.
Triple H really bringing his A game in this one. I know Triple H's ego, and I know that being taken down a peg or two by someone like Tyson Kidd is definitely getting to him. When I say someone like Tyson Kidd, I of course simply mean someone a little bit smaller. I don't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with Tyson Kidd.
Polished, uncanny game is so astute.
Dragging Tyson Kidd slowly to the center of the ring as he goes for the pin attempt. Is this going to be enough? Christian able to come in and make the save. I think that might have been a very well-deserved attempt at a save there, and definitely paid off. Off the ropes. Oh, Tyson Kidd with a nice reversal. And Triple H, I think, is starting to... You can see in Tyson Kidd showing some signs of hurt. DX, I think they started off smart here. They made them think they were on a more level playing field, having Shawn Michaels start things off being a light heavyweight himself, and then sending in the big guns, Triple H, who's on a whole separate division to everyone else in this match. There's a good move. Oh my god. Is this going to be enough? Christian very protective of Tyson Kidd in this corner. I will admit, Triple H has definitely struggled to keep Tyson Kidd out of his own corner. Kidd, I think this worked really nicely last time, and again manages to bring Triple H down to speed. Is he going to go for the drop kick again as well? Yeah. Triple H coming over and... Oh. I mean, to be fair, he really did waste quite a bit of time prepping for that. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is bad. Tyson Kidd. Oh, that was smart. That was very, very smart. Using the ropes as leverage, quickly grabbing onto them, pulling himself out of the ring, and Triple H just gonna knee him in the gut. And oh my god, this is gonna... Christian! What a friend! What a fantastic friend. And Tyson Kidd... Oh, hang on. Christian able to reverse the pedigree. Remember, a count out ain't gonna do anything for the challengers. Tyson Kidd making the absolute most of this. Fighting a little dirty right now, I gotta say. And here comes the tag. Triple H. Struck down by Christian, who is absolutely on a roll right now. Oh my god, look at this. Ball of energy Christian is. Oh, kill switch. Tyson Kidd going straight for Shawn Michaels. This would be a huge upset. Pinning Triple H. Shawn Michaels there for the save. And Christian just going straight in for a second kill switch. Triple H, though, having none of that. Triple H. Getting schooled right now. God. Christian was really rolling for a second there. Managed to bust Triple H open and everything. Into the corner. This could be big. Oh! Get off the... Thank you. Tyson Kidd now tagged in. What's this going to be here? Oh! Oh my god! Is that going to be enough? Christian getting straight into the ring. He's just too stupid. I guess I should have known. Oh boy, this could be the beginning of the end here for the challengers. Tyson Kidd is in no good state.
Whoa! Would you look at this? Can you believe it? This is an undying will to succeed.
You can't rely on the AI to have your back, I swear. Here's another cover attempt by Tyson Kidd. I think they know that they've got Christian. I mean, they've got Triple H at this point. They just know that they gotta get rid of that Shawn Michaels problem. Tyson Kidd coming off the top, coming for another pin attempt, and again it's Shawn Michaels that keeps Triple H in this thing. And as I say, I think the challengers, they know that they got Triple H right where they want him.
He may be intent on breaking the arm.
Right into the corner he goes again.
He makes the tag.
Kind of double team we looking for here. Oh, oh. Triple H is in some serious trouble right now. Christian now. Oh, Triple H, you don't want to fall for that. That's a classic. That's an absolute classic. How do you fall for that one? Kill switch. Oh my God, Shawn. He's doing that thing he did to John Morrison where he's like, no, we will not put them over. And again, Christian going in for the cover. Anything they can possibly do. Shawn Michaels, I think he's just kind of forcing... Oh no. I don't think that was a deliberate one. Yeah, just keep rolling. It's probably for the best. Oh my God, get that man out of here.
What a save! And the game kicks out. And there's the count.
Oh, there you go. That's got to be it. That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. Tyson Kidd, man.
But he makes the save. And the game kicks out. And the ref starts the count.
Just pin him off a bulldog. Just get this match over with, dude. Thank you. Sorry, Shawn. You have to put them over. It was the plan. It was what was scripted. You can't go against the script just because you want to put yourself over. Not when I'm in charge. Well, there you go. Another record-setting reign comes to an end. Tyson, Kidd, and Christian, one of the most unlikeliest combinations, have now successfully captured the Tag Team Championship, which is, of course, Christian's first tag title, and makes Tyson Kidd the first man to have held both the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. What an accomplishment for Tyson Kidd tonight. Absolutely incredible. And maybe he'll set a record here on SmackDown, like the one he used to have on Raw. Who knows? Screw you, Shawn, as we move on to the Light Heavyweight Championship match. R-Truth against Justin Gabriel. This one's gonna be good. We are back here at Hell in a Cell, where we await the arrival of the Light Heavyweight Championship competitors. This extra match thrown in to the show. And it's at this time that I feel the need to tell you that Hell in a Cell is brought to you by absolutely no one but myself, because we do not have any sponsors.
The following contest is for the Light Heavyweight Championship. Accompanied by Brie, introducing the challenger from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 223 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
Ever since he got this little bit of arm candy on his side, the tag team partner Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, has been kind of wondering, what about me? What happened to me? What happened to our group? But, you know, you can't argue with the facts, and the facts are Justin Gabriel has been a good success since he's had Brie Bella in his corner, including multiple victories over someone like Husky Harris, a lot bigger than him.
And his opponent, accompanied by the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, Light Heavyweight Champion, R-Truth.
It was R-Truth's idea when introducing the Light Heavyweight Championship to have a championship with less restrictions for more challenge. That was something that he actually handpicked and wanted, which is why the championship was rebranded from the Cruiserweight to the Light Heavyweight. He wanted this. He wanted that bigger challenge. He wanted harder opponents. Admittedly, Justin Gabriel, he fits the Cruiserweight division. This isn't actually any additional challenge, but it means that those those are a little bit more arguable. Those, you know, maybe a Zack Ryder, I mean, he was a former Cruiserweight champion as well, actually. There's someone like a Alex Riley, maybe. I don't know his actual weight, so I couldn't say for sure. But, you know, just a few more people thrown into the mix for him to make things a little more interesting, basically. It's a very nice looking championship. I'd actually say it's quite the visual upgrade from the Cruiserweight Championship, to be honest. Look at the gold. This should be an outstanding match.
And that's what it's all about. That's the prize they're going after right there.
I will say that the difference between the people they've brought to ringside kind of speaks volumes for how prepared they are for a situation like this. I think R-Truth, you know, no disrespect to Justin Gabriel and Brie Bella's relationship, whether it be professional or personal, no one knows. One thing I will say is having Mark Henry in your corner, I think, is definitely a little more favorable.
R-Truth. Oh, look out!
Of course, there does come the downside there as well for Justin Gabriel, unfortunately, now I think about it, which is that if Truth is to lay a single finger on Brie Bella, in fact, I'm pretty sure even if Mark Henry is to lay a finger on Brie Bella, that's a disqualification which means that Justin Gabriel will not be the light heavyweight champion despite winning by disqualification. So he's got to have his fingers crossed that they never interact with each other. It can be just as much an advantage as it can a detriment. But nothing's really stopping Mark Henry. If he thinks Truth's in trouble, nothing was really stopping Mark Henry from rushing the ring and taking Gabriel out, getting that DQ. I don't really think the crew are concerned about a victory against Justin Gabriel tonight in a match that they weren't really counting on. Said that this may be a retaliation to the fact that ECW stepped up their game with a Hell in a Cell match. SmackDown decided to add an additional match to the show, which is a little odd to be honest, considering SmackDown already had 3 of the 6 matches on the show, but hey, I mean, they can have 4 if they want. I don't see Raw throwing anything extra on the show, or ECW. But to be honest, the only thing ECW could really throw on is a hardcore title match, and their hardcore champion, the Big Show, is the one facing Vader for the ECW title tonight. Very interested to see what will happen to the Big Show if he is to win the ECW championship and his future with the hardcore championship. Does he have to defend both? I mean, I'd assume so. I don't imagine he's going to be stripped of either one. He was put in the gauntlet with McMahon full well knowing that Big Show was already holding the hardcore championship. Be defending that next week on ECW against Eddie Guerrero. Could be a really big underdog victory for Eddie. When asked for comments, Big Show said, "I'm a goddamn giant," and that's all he had to say about that. He really likes yelling that out.
Remember, in championship matches, the title cannot change hands by count out or disqualification.
Gotta say, it's refreshing to see Mark Henry wearing a colour other than red. It's a lot more fitting on him.
Truth.
So far, I think we've had a pretty respectful match between these two. No one really interfering on the other one's behalf. Although, as I say, Brie Bella, whenever she gets on the side like that, it's a really risky game. Even if Gabriel accidentally hits her, it's a disqualification for Gabriel. She really needs to stay out of the competition. Oh, another big super kick. Of course, something that came as a big shock was Dolph Ziggler's sudden return. This past Friday on SmackDown, after Justin Gabriel won his contenders match against why am I forgetting who that is even against? Against Kofi Kingston, that's right. After winning that match against Kofi Kingston, it was a sudden interference from Dolph Ziggler, who came running down to the ring to attack Justin Gabriel. Not really being any clarification on Dolph's motives or why he appeared on SmackDown. Truth, be careful. Gotta be very, very careful. I mean, disqualification isn't necessarily the worst thing for R-Truth. It just means that there's going to be a guaranteed rematch down the line for Gabriel, who is just dishing out super kicks left and right, making them more and more worthless with each hit, as he doesn't go for a single pin attempt. Strength of R-Truth really coming into play there. A lot of people say it was a very well-deserved victory for R-Truth when he won the light heavyweight championship from Tyson Kidd. It was a moment that some were really waiting to see. R-Truth's repair, oh, nice step out of the way there, nice fixing by Mark Henry really came into fruition there. That was really what Henry had in mind. He said he'd fix R-Truth and he'd make him a champion, he'd make him a success, and well, he is. The only thing that's a little weird about that is where the hell's Henry's championship? If he's able to create a championship out of someone, why can't he himself be a champion?
Oh, back to the head, back to the temple. Again, the championship title at stake in this contest.
One more lower card match still to come, the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat next. Rey Mysterio and John Morrison challenged Booker T in a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. Booker, who is just 2 days into his reign, looking to make the crew proud, as that would be... well, he's the only other champion in the crew right now. It's R-Truth and Booker T. Mark Henry has managed to find himself in the ring, and Gabriel, nice takedown there. You wouldn't really expect that against someone like Mark Henry. I don't know what the hell Gabriel's thinking. And Truth now looking to get some motivation. I don't know what it is that Henry's able to say to R-Truth to get him going, but he's very good at it. Okay. Probably threatening to beat his ass in the locker room again. That's how he got him to work with him in the first place. He just beat him into submission. Gabriel has been really in control in this light heavyweight championship match. I'm actually a little worried for R-Truth. He only won the title a little while ago. This is his first title defense. Over the ropes, now the ring. Mark Henry got to be careful not to get in the face of Brie Bella too much over there. He could cost Truth the whole match. Not necessarily the championship, but he'd cost him the whole match. That's right, just keep walking at each other. Don't touch. Just keep walking, yeah. Just keep walking. Justin Gabriel, obviously, not too fond of the words Mark Henry has for Brie Bella. I give her credit, she's not backing down. Mark Henry playing some serious intimidation game right here. She's just not backing down.
Uh-oh. I think Gabriel's wings have been clipped in this one. Look at this.
Big knee to the back. Looks like R-Truth has managed to find himself in this match once again, but Gabriel able to shove him off. Very competitive, slow-paced light heavyweight championship match between these two. Back into the ring. Truth? What's he doing here? No, don't focus on those two, Truth. Mark Henry is just trying to keep her away from ringside. He knows the risks. Clearly, that's actually what's going on, is he's getting in her face and he's making sure that she doesn't interfere in the match at all. He knows the risks that takes. There's not a lot of retaliation that's legal. Oh, Justin Gabriel with the flippy-do. And he doesn't even go for the cover, showing off that cruiserweight athleticism. Drew takes the knees out, very nice. Oh my god, lie detector out of nowhere. Brie Bella is nowhere to be seen in terms of a distraction in the favor of Justin Gabriel. But the same could be said for R-Truth and Gabriel. What's this? Oh, very nice. Bridging suplex. And Brie... oh, looks like Mark Henry's managed to... I mean, I guess that makes sense. He noticed that Gabriel was going on the offense, getting the pinfall in. He's just trying to watch his buddy's back, but I think Truth is down and out. Truth's been he's been walking on sunshine in the ring for a little while there. Look at them legs go. He's not trying to kick out at all. I think Justin Gabriel's got this, and just like that, the crew loses one of their championships in a single night. That's a hard loss to have taken. Let's hope Booker doesn't fall short. Two new champions over on SmackDown in a single night. That could be 3, that could be 4. We still got plenty more to come. But with a new Divas champion just this past Friday, and obviously Booker being a new Intercontinental champion regardless, if Stone Cold doesn't make it out tonight, SmackDown's hitting the reset button next Friday, that's for sure. We've got two more championship matches from SmackDown, but either way, as I say, Booker's still a very fresh champion. But up next, speaking of Booker, he defends the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match against the likes of Rey Mysterio, the former champion, and then top contender, John Morrison. Here we go. Pressure is on right now. The crew are not looking to represent very strongly at bragging rights.
Championship. And introducing the challenger, representing the Misfits from Los Angeles, California, weighing 224 pounds, John Morrison.
As we know, the crew, I mean, it was only 2 people from the crew that were looking to represent as it currently was, and that was Booker T and R-Truth, but the plan, obviously, was to have Booker T representing in the Intercontinental versus European Championship match. It would be Drew McIntyre up against Booker T, and in the tertiary competition between ECW and SmackDown, it was supposed to be the Hardcore Champion, whoever that may be at the time, up against the Light Heavyweight Champion, R-Truth, but Truth just dropped the championship to Justin Gabriel, so there goes another member of the crew representing the brand they claim they bleed the blood of. Things going a little bit downhill for the crew. Let's hope John Cena can pick things. I mean, I don't hope, don't get me wrong, I'm not really a supporter of the crew and their actions, but you know, you hate to see a family like that fall apart. They've been so solid, and right now they're definitely not looking too up. Former Intercontinental Champion of over 100 days.
From San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Mysterio.
One thing that really plays into the favor of Booker T in this match is that the history of the Intercontinental Championship has been so much more than any other championship that we've seen on Raw, SmackDown, or ECW. The Intercontinental Championship has seen some of the lengthiest reigns. We've only had 2 champions in the last year. The Miz, who held the championship for, I believe, 175 days, and then Rey Mysterio, who just recently dropped the championship after, I want to say like 130? Something like that? Hang on. I'm looking into it. I want to make sure I get the numbers right. Ugh. My browsers on phones are terrible. Yeah, 180 days for The Miz and 126 for Rey Mysterio. Yeah, there's just under 60 days left in a year. And there's the new champion. I mean, it looks pretty good, to be honest. Booker T's done a... Well, I mean, it looks as good as it can with a face like this. I don't know what went wrong. I think the pyro went off a little early one day and it messed up his face, because he's quite a handsome man, that Booker T, but you wouldn't think so looking at that. No secret to say that the crew aren't the most popular group based on this crowd reaction. Just can't believe that Truth lost to Justin Gabriel moments ago. I honestly thought after the lie detector that Truth really had that one in the bag, but I think he threw a little too much energy into that move, wore himself out right afterwards, and ended up losing the match. Booker T on his second day as Intercontinental Champion. This is pressure that no one has really experienced so quickly after winning a championship. Booker T, as I say, 2 days into his championship reign, has to defend now. That's pretty brutal. You know, when you think about the psychology of it all, who does the advantage go to? Well, it's got to be John Morrison. He has absolutely got the biggest advantage in this match. He didn't compete on SmackDown this week. He's had over a week to prepare for this. He's known he was going to be competing for it for that week. And he's just got to sit back and watch these two tear each other apart 2 days ago. Advantage definitely goes to John Morrison. Could the dream come true? Morrison has been chasing that Intercontinental Championship all year round. And it was that man in white right there. Sorry, the masked man in white right there. I didn't realize they were both wearing white. Rey Mysterio, who kept denying John Morrison of the Intercontinental Championship. Right now, like, Mysterio is actually playing a very clever game as he's letting Booker and Morrison kind of wear each other. There you go. Submission hold. Some say triple threat matches, they can be a little hard to keep up with, and they can also be known to be a little bit sloppy, but hold your horses and just believe, because this one's gonna be good.
Look at Morrison.
A little early for a top rope move, I think, Morrison, but
People looking at the hair and physique of John Morrison and maybe thinking that this guy's
I think
but there's a lot of
maybe
substance there.
maybe dawned on John Morrison that he doesn't actually have to do anything in this match.
Intelligent and very motivated.
Morrison checking out that Intercontinental Championship
With the championship at stake, you know these
and
superstars
posing to the fans.
to win here tonight.
I think John Morrison's just realized the advantage that a triple threat can have. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this kind of a strategy, but I mean, it makes sense in a way, you know? You just sit back and let them tear each other apart. That is, of course, until they notice you, and John Morrison was very quick to react to that. Rey Mysterio shifting his attention over to Morrison. You know, no countouts, no disqualifications in a triple threat match. Morrison is free to use whatever he wants on the outside. Unfortunately, the match cannot end out here, so at some point they will need to return to the inside, but something tells me they'll have no problem with that this time around. Of course, 20-minute time limit on the clock. Well, like Rey Mysterio, I say, taking a note out of John Morrison's book there.
And of course, on the Armed Forces Network.
I don't think Morrison's going to like that too much when he realizes Mysterio is literally throwing what Morrison was throwing at him right back at him. Just stand by, let them wear each other down. Pick your spot. You can afford to.
Big shot, leveling Booker T.
Morrison, oh, he just realized drags. Oh my god.
That elbow did some damage.
That's low.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
And a huge move on the outside. It's a big fight feel here in this arena.
Defending champion now in control of this matchup. So far, I'd say that, yeah, this has been a pretty evenly split match. I've got to respect Mysterio's moxie to go for a pin that quick on. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but I mean, you got to respect it. It's brave. A little stupid, but it's brave. Coming up after this, we've got the ECW Championship inside a Hell in a Cell. Vader and Big Show, they are going to tear each other apart. They got no history between them, no real animosity, but one thing they do both want is to be recognized as a world champion. And I think they're gonna, I just think they're gonna destroy each other. McMahon might have bitten off more than he could chew by making that Hell in a Cell match, but I think that was the point. He wanted something that really defined Hell in a Cell. He wanted something that really captured what Hell in a Cell means. There's only been one Hell in a Cell so far in the history of this series. Back at the towards the end of Season 1, WrestleMania, Randy Orton defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Just a flurry of kicks and bodies all over the corner.
But even more than that, he likes to back it up. Come on, don't get scared. Let them tear each other apart. This match isn't close to being done.
Morrison is definitely wearing down the champion that little bit more than the challenger. I think the thing is, Morrison knows what Mysterio is like. He knows what he's in for with Mysterio, and he knows that he has a hard time overcoming that, whether he wants to admit that or not. But he knows nothing of Booker T. This is a completely fresh challenge for him.
That may be in as far as inches and pounds, but certainly not passion and will.
Straight into the corner, and oh,
What a devastating maneuver.
got all of that one. Morrison now, oh boy, with a big leg sweep to Mysterio, taking him down.
Devastating. All the damage to the torso, all the pain that's been dealt.
Morrison getting the hell out of there. I wonder why.
Booker's caught him.
And he's checking under the apron for something that can aid him.
Hold on a second now. As I said before, there's no disqualifications. Very sneaky move by John Morrison. He's got that chair as like reinforcement.
Loves to look good doing it.
Kind of degrading the point of this Intercontinental Championship match a little bit, though, don't you think, Morrison? You're already in control.
Gladiators have put each other through. The intensity in this has been incredible.
What's the goal here? Booker with a big slam, and John Morrison.
What the?
Oh man.
Oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh jeez.
Yep, he's been busted open.
And now hooks Mysterio.
Morrison hits an explosive move.
And he goes in for the cover, and Booker T's quick to his feet. But Booker, I think he's just a little too dazed.
Morrison.
Clearly. Clearly just a little too dazed, too distracted by his own blood. And just like that, Booker T becomes the shortest reigning Intercontinental Champion. But what an uprising for John Morrison, finally! He's been working so long to get that championship. Not only that, finally capturing a victory over Rey Mysterio. This is a big night for Morrison, whether you like him or hate him. This is a very, very big deal for John Morrison. Finally captured the Intercontinental Championship. As we move on now, ECW Championship on the line. ECW's only match of the night, admittedly, but it has only been a brand for 2 weeks. Vader defends the ECW Championship against the Hardcore Champion, the Big Show, who ran through 3 people in one night to get tonight's match. So let's see how ready Big Show is. And not only that, let's see if Vader has really got what it takes to hold on to a World Championship. This is a serious trial for both these two. Man, I am so ready for this. What a huge match this is.
The following contest is a Hell in the Cell match. And is for the ECW Championship. And introducing the challenger, the Hardcore Champion, the Big Show.
What a challenge this would be for the Big Show. Coming into this one and knowing that potentially coming out of this within the first 2 weeks of ECW's existence, he could be holding both championships from the ECW brand in one go. That'd be massive. He came into ECW this past Tuesday and he absolutely meant business. He went to town on Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Ezekiel Jackson all in one night to get this opportunity. And I don't mean a fatal 4-way. He pinned and defeated each one in back-to-back one-on-one matches.
And his opponent, the ECW Champion, the man they call Vader.
Big Show easily weighing in about 500-ish pounds. Vader around 450. Very, very big boys. I'll say that belt actually looks kind of cool on Vader. I didn't really know how that would look, but I don't hate it. I don't regret it, personally. Got one of those fancy schmancy belt extenders to make it fit him, obviously. No disrespect, but there's no way that would fit otherwise. Mark Henry had to use one when he was champion. Nothing wrong with that. We sell them. WWE.com, WShop.com. I mean, I don't know if they still do. They used to. I wasn't sure what they were as a kid. First time we've seen Vader since winning the ECW Championship. I mean, as I say, ECW is a very fresh brand. The plan was just to get the title off of Barrett as quick as possible, and Vader was the best weapon available. With Big Show being preoccupied in that Hardcore Championship match, beating Ezekiel Jackson earlier in the night. I gotta say, I don't know if Vader can overcome Big Show. I know that sounds really absurd, but I mean, Vader is actually outsized in this match for sure. No doubt about it. He's the small guy in this match, and that's very strange to say. Big Show's a freaking mountain. This match does have a 20-minute time limit. I forgot for some reason. That doesn't always show up. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, sorry, no, it doesn't. This match has no time limit. Whoops, I didn't set one up. Well, we'll say it's a 20-minute time limit. I've got the time in my head when this match started. It was around 1 hour 06 into the raw version of the recording. I don't think it's even an hour yet in terms of the edited one. Still 2 more Hell in a Cell matches to come, including up next the triple threat match from Raw, which will see the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus up against probably his biggest challenge yet by far. Not only Batista, someone who's been a real thorn in his side, one of the only people who actually beat Sheamus in singles comp. Oh my god. You wouldn't see a lot of people do that to Big Show. Well, yeah, not only one of the only people to beat Sheamus, but also the Undertaker, who is determined to get revenge on Stone Cold Steve Austin, who he is certain will come out tonight with the championship. I mean, I think it's a safe bet. No disrespect to John Cena, but Stone Cold has beaten John Cena before. Stone Cold's been 100 days in his reign. He's the longest reigning WWE champion thus far.
And another outstanding wrestling maneuver.
Just recently passed 100 days. Can we take a minute to appreciate the way Vader is manhandling Big Show?
And that one hurt his hands.
It's not at all the way I expected to see this match go. I mean, I'm happy with either outcome here. These two are gonna absolutely tear the house down as champions on ECW. But, like, it's just nuts. You know, you see the way Big Show picks up Vader, and you're not entirely surprised because of the size of Big Show. But, like, you gotta think, that's almost a ton in this match. Very strong ring. I've got a bad feeling they're not going to interact with the cell at all. It's more just to keep them in and keep everything else out, I guess. Imagine tapping out the Big Show.
Championship on the line.
ECW really wants to show that it's to be taken more seriously as a brand this time around, as it's got its own roster of 15, and they are all very determined, whether they're big or small. You know, people like Cody Rhodes, they're positive they can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Ezekiel Jackson, Mason Ryan, or Vladimir Kozlov, Vader, or a Big Show. They're certain they can go toe-to-toe with them. People like Cody, Ted DiBiase, Mick Foley, Sin Cara, even Chavo Guerrero. He's confident that he's going to become more of a breakout star, having moved over to the ECW brand. So I'm interested to see how that plays out for him. I mean, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful to Chavo Guerrero, but he's not had the best track record thus far.
You have to see Big Show live to be able to comprehend the sheer size of this giant.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Vader absolutely swinging for the fences on Big Show right now. I mean, this is nuts. I didn't think so early into ECW's inception that we'd see these two end up being the ones that collided, but you saw it yourself. Big Show tore through everyone. It didn't matter how worn out he was, he got through Ezekiel Jackson in the end, and I really thought Jackson would have had Big Show in that occasion.
An event that will shorten careers and create legends. And the destructive force of Vader has grabbed hold of the match.
Nice takedown by Vader as he now wears away at the face of Big Show. Big Show headbutts his way out of it though.
7 feet, nearly 500 pounds.
The size of those fists. If I were Big Show, I'd use the cell, man. I'd use the cell. This is false count anyway. You don't have to keep it in the ring. I guess they want to. The first time ever meeting between these two, to be fair. I don't know, I've just been kind of coming into this show really looking forward to this match, thinking these two are probably going to be the ones that put on the classic, the one that people remember from this show, and honestly, the way they're absolutely just tearing into each other, I don't think I'm mistaken to have thought that way.
Once again, no holds barred in this match. Everything is legal.
Got him up. Laying in with those clubbing blows, those giant hands, probably the size of most people's heads.
There are few men as volatile as the 400-pound monster Vader. You can see the pain.
Tell you what, if you're Eddie Guerrero, this is going to be pretty scary knowing you're going to be facing Big Show in 2 days' time on ECW. Then Eddie Guerrero, he likes to lie, cheat, and steal his way to the top. I mean, watching Big Show get worn down in a Hell in a Cell, actually, he's probably taking a bit of comfort in that. And of course on the Armed Forces Network. Oh my god. It's just not every day you see Big Show get manhandled by this. I know Cody got the odd move in that was a little unusual on ECW this Tuesday, but like, he struggled. It was slow. Vader is like snap throwing Big Show around. Like, it's no sweat, no trouble to him at all.
And there's the submission. Can he fight out? Whoa! Would you look at this? Can you believe it? This is an undying will to succeed. Another boot to the midsection.
It got Big Show in the corner, but decided not to go for a Vader bomb. I gotta say, it's a little surprising, although that was a power bomb. One that took a hell of a lot of strength out of Vader too.
Here in this arena, the WWE Universe hanging on every move.
I got a feeling Vader's career is going to be absolutely legendary this time around. I don't know what I meant by that. He definitely didn't have a run before that wasn't actually anything worth mentioning. No sorry, that was not a thing.
Show. And this seesaw battle has changed again. Again, the championship title at stake in this contest.
Big Show. Oh,
And he escapes the hole.
this has been really competitive. Honestly, I don't really see an advantage in either one. Normally, I'm so calm and collected and able to kind of like figure this one out. You know, I watched Justin Gabriel versus Truth, and as much as I love our Truth, I was kind of watching it like Justin Gabriel's kicking his ass right now. This is very much a one-sided match. It kept having its back and forth moments that made me doubt it a little bit, but for the most part, it was a one-sided match. Whereas this, my God. This is very back and forth. I think there might be a slight advantage to the champion. I think Vader has kind of managed to bring Big Show down to his level a few times, really wear him down despite the slight size disadvantage, because I gotta admit there is a slight size difference, and it definitely is in the favor of the Big Show. Oh my God! This is absolutely freaking nuts. Big Show.
Here we go. Tree of woe.
Oh boy. I'm surprised it can support Vader. No disrespect. I know how horrible it sounds, but you know what I mean. He's a big boy.
What a battle. Can he score the pin?
Is that going to be enough? That would be very odd. Okay, I'm glad it wasn't, to be honest. That would have been a little disappointing. I know that not necessarily do we always need finishers, but I would have been a little upset. I would like to see a finish in this match. Or at least a signature. Oh, Big Show, I think he's looking for something. The way he picked Vader up with such determination. Oh, never mind. Vader was very quick to snap back.
He's taking control again.
He's taking control again.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity. Big Show's got him.
Lifting him up over his head with such ease. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Are we about to see Vader's championship reign come to an end already? Oh my God. No freaking way. Holy, oh my God. Okay, wow, that was an unusual reversal. To see out of a mountain of a man like Vader. Big belly to belly. What? What are you looking to do? Holy! I forgot he can do that. Vader. Oh my God, what? This is absolutely insane. 5-star classic, absolutely. It's got it all. What a moonsault. I can't believe Big Show kicked out at 1.
It looks like it. Those ribs have been targeted so many times over the course of this match.
Is this going to be enough? No. I was going to say that would be a little bit disappointing.
How much more extreme will this match become?
Oh, maybe going to try and force Vader into submission. He's definitely pretty worn out at this point. It's a possibility. No. Okay. Oh my God. I really don't know who's going to win. It's been a while, but I have absolutely no idea. You can probably tell from the fact that I'm not playing anyone. I'm absolutely okay with either outcome here. I don't have a plan long term. I mean, I kind of do for ECW, but I'm happy with either outcome in this match.
Big Show has so much strength, it's almost impossible for anybody to hold him down for a 3 count. Wait a minute! Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination. He may be intent on breaking the arm. A big fist from Vader.
This is absolutely insane. I can't believe just how much these two are ripping each other apart and still going. Been going for a good 10 minutes now. We've seen it all. We've seen it. Well, I mean, we're not really seeing it all. We're not seeing any of Big Show's big moves, but we saw Vader reverse a freaking choke slam into a DDT and then pull off a moonsault. How do you top that? Vader's about to show us how. Turning Big Show around. Is he maybe going to look for the... No. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, okay. Powerbomb. He doesn't actually stay in the pinning position. That's a weird choice. Oh my god, no freaking way. Vader. Vader bomb. Big Show with the reversal this time. Is this the moment of truth for Big Show? Oh, he's got him. He tried this before. Oh my god. Probably the biggest chokeslam you'll ever see. And Vader using the ropes to pull himself out of the out of the ring and out of the match for a moment there. That was definitely... Oh, big splash. That's very smart. I think he would have definitely been pinned off of that chokeslam if he hadn't rolled out of the ring. Is that going to be enough? I mean, that was a pretty... Oh, I was going to say, that was a pretty presumptuous way to jump into the pin.
Anybody to hold him down for a 3 count. All the way slam.
I'm absolutely blown away by this match right now. I never thought I'd enjoy this as much as I am, but there it is, a fall-away slam. I mean, to be fair, 450 pounds flying through the air with full force, no hesitation, no struggle. I think it had to come to an end that way. That might be one of my most favorite matches I've ever watched play out. God damn. Big Show reigns supreme. He's the new ECW champion. And Vader showing... What a perfect way to close out. Vader with respect to the Big Show, the new ECW champion. I mean, these two tore the freaking roof off, and they're really trying to put ECW on the map, and I think they just did that no problem. Vince, I hate to say it, but you're a genius for making this a Hell in a Cell match. What a great move that was. I mean, it didn't really affect the match at all, but I think all the senseless tables and chairs and stuff would have taken away. This was perfect. As we now move on, triple threat match. Sheamus defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Batista and The Undertaker. Okay, we've still got 2 more Hell in a Cells to go. Holy hell. That guy hates signs, apparently.
The following contest is a Hell in the Cell match, and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. And introducing the challenger from Washington, weighing 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista.
Some people think it's probably about do or die time for Batista. This has been something he has been pursuing for a long time now. I feel like Batista has been involved in a lot of... what am I trying to say here? I feel like Batista has been involved in a lot of World Heavyweight Championship matches. In fact, I'm kind of curious. So allow me to... go back here. I'm kind of curious how many of the last World Heavyweight Championship matches has he been in. I mean, at Night of Champions, it was Batista up against Sheamus, and Batista was unsuccessful. However, there was a pre-match attack from Sheamus. Before that was SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, I know Batista was supposed to face Sheamus in a one-on-one match that got changed to a championship scramble. That also featured 3 other opponents, one of which was Mr. McMahon, but, you know, it is what it is. And prior to that, what came before SummerSlam? Whoops. I don't remember.
Weighing 299 pounds, the Undertaker.
I don't actually remember. My bad. Oh well. The point is, Batista's been competing for the World Heavyweight Championship ever since losing it back at Money in the Bank. He's been trying so hard to get that championship back. Lost it to Jack Swagger, who got cashed in on by Sheamus. But then this guy got involved in the equation. The Undertaker, something that we have never seen before. I mean, we've not even been around for a year yet, but, you know, never seen before. The Undertaker competing for the Raw World Championship whilst a member of SmackDown. And if he wins, then at bragging rights, he'll be representing Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion to face SmackDown's WWE Champion, who he has every intention of watching and making sure is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know what he's planning on doing tonight, but He's certain he's going to be facing Stone Cold Steve Austin at Bragging Rights. He's winning this match. He's facing Stone Cold, who's going to definitely beat Cena in his mind. And we're going to get that collision. We're going to get Undertaker and Austin in his look for redemption after the injuries that he suffered at the hands of Stone Cold Steve Austin, as well as John Cena, Mark Henry. I'm assuming they come afterwards. I mean, it was Stone Cold that put him back on the shelf. Undertaker was cleared to compete a few weeks back. For those that don't remember, he was cleared to compete a few weeks back on SmackDown, and he faced off against Austin in a very competitive match, which he lost. And because of the loss, he ended up back on the injured list. Quite a rough match to have lost, and that's where this need for revenge has come from.
Heavyweight champion, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Proud World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, who is, I believe, the current longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion we've had. I think he broke the curse of short reigns. I'll have to quickly check that. I'm pretty sure he is, because all of the reigns were like 50 days or less. It was quite embarrassing. But Sheamus has really fixed that up, if I'm not mistaken, as he comes into this match on day 77. That's right, yes. In 2 weeks' time, Sheamus will have held that championship for longer than both of Randy Orton's championship reigns combined. Love that SmackDown graphic for that Raw championship. It's great. It's a shame there's not a draft anywhere near now for me to fix that. Unless the Undertaker wins it and we have a championship exchange. Sheamus wearing those red trunks as a proud member of Raw. I don't know what the blue's all about, but proud member of Raw, and these two have been kind of going at it with each other, Sheamus and the Undertaker. Sheamus has not yet set foot in the ring with the Undertaker, whereas Batista has had to deal with the Undertaker the last couple weeks on Raw. Undertaker's really had a kind of a change of heart just lately. He's become so desperate to get revenge, so desperate to make his name relevant again. I mean, the thing is, when he was going at it, when he was fighting through his injuries and he was getting beaten by John Cena and R-Truth like every week on Raw, on SmackDown, he was really damaging his reputation. Sheamus obviously not one to be upstaged. So I found out you actually can't put time limits on Hell in a Cell matches. Don't know what that's all about.
Oh, look out! Spine-jarring. The dead man.
Watch out here.
Very interesting seeing how this match plays out. Who's able to come out with the World Heavyweight Championship representing Raw at Bragging Rights. Right now, the United Kingdom, they got it in the palm of their hands. They're looking to be the ones to represent Raw in almost every match. Oh, actually, I think every match Raw's in. Never mind almost. They've got the World Heavyweight Championship. They got the World Tag Team. They got the European. Yeah, they got it all. Raw doesn't have a tertiary title anymore. It went to ECW as the hardcore title.
Doesn't need a therapist. What he needs is an exorcist.
Oh God.
This is bad. Scoop slam.
As I said before, if Batista can't win tonight, I think it's time to get in the back of the line though, for real. He's gonna have to let this one go.
Undertaker would love this to turn into a street fight. Nobody can brawl like the dead man. Choke slam. He sends his opponent down to the ground. Batista with a good reversal.
Hey! Oh, did you see the force behind that?
Absolutely mauling Batista. But Sheamus has already dealt with Batista on a few occasions. You know, I like Batista, and I think that if they had a fair match, you know, we've already seen it before in that one episode of Raw, which is what put Batista in contention for the title at Night of Champions. He can beat Sheamus one-on-one. He's done it. And I think that's where the stress, the desperation, where it all comes from, is the fact that he's shown he can beat Sheamus. Sheamus knows that, and that's why Sheamus did what he did at Night of Champions, cheating and attacking Batista prior to the match, to put it in his advantage. No? Okay. I just want to fight on the outside, guys, please. Oh, you can get chairs in this one. I was wondering when they added that. Sheamus, no stranger to taking the power. I mean, that's another thing you got to remember at Night of Champions. Is Sheamus used a steel chair to his advantage when the referee was knocked. That's right, he didn't cheap shot him before the match. He cheap shot him after Batista accidentally knocked out the referee with a steel chair. It was never a fair fight. And speaking of never a fair fight, it looks like he's making sure that's the case against Undertaker as well.
A nice reversal of the Undertaker.
Taking the fight to the outside. There's about 3 moves you can do out here. It's really exciting. Here's one of them. Big time slam. No ground base moves. Not allowed.
Undertaker's got it.
Countered by Sheamus.
Oh, eye rake. Very vicious.
Oh, he's going for the eye.
Oh, and another eye rake.
That Irish whip was delivered with tremendous aggression.
Oh!
No striking sounds on the outside, huh?
And there's an overhand right.
Remember, falls count anywhere. They can pin right here. It's perfectly legal.
Damage. She's whipping him into that steel net.
Come on. Don't get scared. Let them tear each other apart. This match isn't close to being done.
Can you not, like, just throw them into the wall or something? Anything that would involve the cell at all other than that.
Right. But it's legal, King. It's all legal.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh, out of nowhere.
I just don't feel like you need to tear the wall off of a cell every single time you want to have an exciting Hell in a Cell match that actually uses the cell.
He's holding his skull, King. His brains have been absolutely scrambled. And again, he breaks the
Batista, I guess, trying to retaliate with the steel chair that Sheamus, I guess, referenced to Night of Champions, as he's bringing steel steps into this. Oh, jeez, and there goes Sheamus.
into those steps.
This may have just become a one-on-one match between Batista and The Undertaker, but of course this is WWE 12, so don't be silly.
Sheamus.
Poor Undertaker, he's just too slow. There you go. Oh, he's rolling now. Big boot and a leg drop. The only man to ever do such a perfect combo. Anybody else would just make it look silly.
How awesome was that?
How awesome was that? Snapmare takedown.
Oh, submission. The hold's locked in.
That would be a very unusual way to see this end. Thank you. I'm really glad that it didn't. I got so scared for a minute there as I was completely out of control of making sure that wasn't how it ended. Sheamus picking up some steel steps. And no can do. Not today, Undertaker.
We saw it all in this match, King.
We saw it all, except for any acknowledgement of Sheamus' human existence whatsoever.
But it definitely took a lot of damage.
Nice. Sheamus and Undertaker actually working together. Oh my god.
Hit the double team.
There's something you don't see every day.
And he brings his leg crashing down.
It's the small PP backbreaker. Oh, he didn't get it. No, 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 no.
We saved. This match isn't over yet. There's the suplex.
Oh no.
Gosh, did you see his head? And again he exits the ring.
Oh, for the love of God, you can't trust these people for 1 second.
Just in the nick of time.
That's what I wanted to do, thank you. Oh, jeez.
Submission lock.
Yeah, you really can't trust these people for 1 second.
Breaks the hold. And the boot connects with the abdomen.
Just trying to grab a steel chair, man.
Oh no, that slam didn't look pretty.
He's setting it up.
Sheamus watching on, steel chair in hand. He's gonna let this happen. I think I know exactly what he's got in mind. Batista bomb.
Delivers the Batista bomb.
Oh no.
Full intent.
Remember when chair shots used to just knock them down and they wouldn't just randomly get it to like the side of their head? That was what I was hoping for there.
Devastating.
Undertaker, what are you doing? Get over here now!
That'll send you to the chiropractor.
Help. Thank you.
The champ, just one step quicker.
Oh no.
I don't think Sheamus has a comeback in this game.
Tilt the world backbreaker.
Get ready to see more damage done with that chair.
Oh, for the love of God. Why is everyone faster than me?
That's got
Just trying to make a reference to Night of Champions and how Sheamus cheated with a chair then too. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be cheating in a Hell in a Cell match, but... Just trying to make a reference. I thought it would be a good way to end it. But instead it's probably going to end up with something really silly and the wrong guy winning.
He broke it up. And man, he saved his chances there.
Man, he saved his chances there.
Big move coming.
Big move coming.
Right on the back of the head off an explosive German suplex. Sheamus appears to be admiring his work.
Suplex City, bitch!
another belly-to-belly suplex. Not much the official can do right now. This is a no disqualification match.
Stop it.
One.
There's the
Stop
save.
it.
How close was that?
And Undertaker.
Would you fucking stop ignoring me, Batista?
Punch that can drop a mule.
That could break your back. Hard
Oh
shot.
geez, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Oh yeah, it feels so much more legit now. Undertaker sits up.
Attached to that chair.
There's just no selling in this game. Why am I trying spots like this? Oh, boom.
Batista just whopped him.
Oh, and did you hear the impact?
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Oh, for the love of God.
There's the save.
You are a real asshole right now, Batista.
Sheamus planted on the knee. Irish curse.
Fucking get him. Get him. No, get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get. Oh, of course he's already up. There is no selling. Period. Oh, fuck it. Go for it. No, 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 no. Not that. That's not what I meant when I said go for it.
Hard impact.
Hey, Batista, heads up. I hate the fucking targeting in this game.
What a counter.
No. You tear each other apart.
Outside.
I'll just pick my spot and then wrongly target the wrong guy and not connect.
Suplex. Oh, Batista's been busted wide open.
Hit Undertaker. Hit Undertaker. Hit Undertaker. Sheamus. Sheamus.
That could have been it right there.
And a kick out by the
Oh, it's so weird that people miss this version of gameplay.
And there's the submission. This might be it.
No, it's not it. Stop it. Get some help.
An elbow.
Not this time.
No, stop it. Stop with the submission holds.
How close was that?
Hit the fucking pancake. Is that not a real finisher? Oh my god. I feel like I'm playing a story mode right now.
Oh, and he lands.
I feel like I'm playing a story mode. I've got like an objective to do and it's just not fucking working. I had a very simple plan for this match and it's just not going to let it happen.
Hang on.
Come here, you prick. Fucking stay down. Oh, okay. Hi, Undertaker. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Get the fuck out of here. What is with you people? You're not human. Just want to win the match, but you won't sell. It's like Shawn Michaels all over again, except there's two of them.
Watch out here. What incredible impact. Ah, look at this. Wow, what a
The moment I'm done hitting a move, the other one's like, I'm up. Fuck it, this will do.
1, 2.
Pretend it was a tombstone and he stole the pin or something. I don't fucking care. This one's over. At least I got the result I was trying to get. Oh, I mean, I would have rolled with any wrong result. It's just this was what I wanted. Wow. What a mess. I remember now why I don't do triple threats too often. Well, Sheamus survives Hell in a Cell. He's the first man to ever retain inside Hell in a Cell. That is his record now that he has got to his name. And that's a happy face right there. Beautiful. As we move on to our main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. Holla, holla, holla. Okay, we're here. It's our main event in New Jersey for this one.
The following contest is a Hell in the Cell match and is for the WWE Championship. And introducing the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in 140 pounds,
The old purple shirt piece of shit. He's a heel, I'm allowed to say that. John Cena coming on down to the ring for this WWE Championship match. I mean, he didn't really do a lot, in my opinion, to deserve this match. He's already lost to Austin before, but he's the only one stupid enough to step up to him. A lot of bad blood between these two. Cena insists that Stone Cold got lucky at Money in the Bank, and he definitely couldn't do it again. So I guess we'll see what happens. WWE Championship is on the line. Hell in a Cell looming above these guys. Honestly, two people who could... I mean, we saw the battered bloody mess that Cena was in at Money in the Bank. I don't know what the hell he was thinking signing up to this. Either way, it looks like he won't be facing The Undertaker. Neither of these guys will at bragging rights, as Sheamus is still the World Heavyweight Champion and will be representing Raw up against The Big Show from ECW. And whoever's the winner of this here match, it's going to be either John Cena or Stone Cold Steve Austin up against Sheamus and The Big Show. John Cena, Sheamus, and Big Show sounds like a very 2010 WWE match, though, not going to lie. And that's what it's all about. The WWE title. Or undisputed title, as they call it. These two look ready. I'm ready.
That's what it's all about. That's the prize they're going after right there.
Let's get this show on the road. The cell's not even been lowered yet. John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin are already wailing away at each other. I told you they had some bad blood. Oh, for the love of God, what the hell is he doing out here? Christian! You just crashed the match before it even began. The bell hasn't been... Oh, what? Okay, well, we got... So, okay, this is good, this is good. Miz coming to the aid of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know why he's not already just attacking. Oh, no. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. This is not good. The Miz... I think he's finally picked his moment. But what? Why is Cena helping? Is this it? Is this really... Oh, geez, Stone Cold... I mean, this has been made official out of nowhere. WWE Championship on the line. The Miz has cashed in.
Oh, gosh, look at that cut.
Stone Cold is hurt.
He does it one more time.
Yow.
This is not good. Stone Cold Steve Austin just got... I don't know. Is this why Cena stepped up? But does that mean that Cena is officially aligned with The Miz? There's more questions than answers. Either way, Austin's still got a fighting chance in this. He could still fight back. He could still retain that WWE Championship. The Money in the Bank briefcase has been cashed in. Austin could be the first guy to successfully retain the championship against a Money in the Bank cash-in, but I'm having my doubts. Here's the pin attempt by The Miz, if you can even call it an attempt at this point. And it looks like whatever issue Christian had with Austin, The Miz played right into it. He managed to talk Cena into helping out. I'm speechless. We should have expected it the whole time, but The Miz was just waiting for the right moment to catch in. The cell was never even lowered. I mean, I don't even know where it went, but it's gone. The Miz has captured the WWE Championship, and it looks like that is how we are closing out Hell in a Cell. This may not be what you like, and I'm so sorry to disappoint, but there it is.